Welcome back, everybody. Today I decided we'd make some chili, homemade chili. I'm even gonna go a step further than that. I'm gonna grind the meat with my new grinder I got. So let me show you. I think I skipped this part last time. I was showing you how to put all this together. I've got my, that's the coarse grind. And you can see this side, I don't know if you can see it or not, but this side is kind of where worn a little bit. That's where the blade's been scraping across it. And again, this is the cutter. It goes flat against, just like that. But first off, we have to stick this throat thing on there. Tighten that on there like that. Got this auger thing that pushes the meat through there. That goes on. And then this blade, see the flat side? Flat side goes to the outside, to the front of the machine. And this has a little divot in it right here. I don't know if y'all can see that. So I'm gonna stick that over here where it matches up so it'll go flush. Just like that. Put the lock ring on the back on there. And just kind of, not super tight. Stick that on there. And again, I was doing all this with this unplugged. There's the plug. I'm still not ready to plug it in. We need to cut up the meat. So let me show you what that looks like. All right, I've got my meat here ready to be cut up so we can grind it up. This is a beef chuck roast. It's about 2 pounds, and I did put it in the freezer for about an hour or so. And I thought we'd kick it up a notch. I've got two New York loin strips, strip steaks, about 1 pound a piece. And I got a real good deal on these, about $9 a pound. And after I brought quite a few of them home and tasted them, I understood why. They're pretty doggone tough. Anyway, I'm gonna throw them in with this meat, the chuck. Show you what we got going here. So I'm gonna put all this in here. And I'm just gonna cut it into strips because the grinder over there, it just needs to have them in strips. And if y'all don't have a grinder, y'all need to get you one. That's some good investment. All right, New York strip. There we go. See that? They look pretty. Nice and marbled and everything. But man, I guess I'm just used to a ribeye, so these tasted a little tough, but I'm sure well, this one's still frozen. I'm sure they will taste good in my chili. Cut that down a little further. There we go. All right, let me wash my hands real quick. All right, we ready to rock and roll. Let me plug this machine in here. My new Thunderbird. All right, I'm just gonna dump, it's about 4 pounds of meat here. Just gonna dump it in the hopper there. Put my tray under there. All right, let's rock and roll. go. Easy as that. So now we have us some chili meat. Make us some homemade chili. I love this grinder. It's a good thing, man. Y'all see that? Look what all it did there. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Nice. Don't want any stragglers. All right. So now we're going to put all this together. Let me show you what we got. Hey, I thought I'd show you this real quick. I think I skipped it on my last video about my grinder. But once you clean these things, the dies and the cutter here, these are stainless steel and they will rust. So you need to coat them with a little bit of oil. And I've just got a little bit of olive oil, just plain regular olive oil. Just put a little bit on there. And it just needs a thin coating. That's all it needs. And that will save you a lot of time in the future. So anyway, I'm gonna let this oil drain off of here a little bit, and then I'm gonna put this cutter and die back on the grinder and go put it away so we can get started on the chili. All right, let me start this before I start doing the chili here. Let me just let you know the recipe that I'm making. I found it online. It's from the Terlingua International Chili Championship. Terlingua, Texas. It's down way southwest Texas. It's close to the Mexico border. And this recipe is from the winner in 2001, Randy Moore. He's from Alabama, but originally from Texas, but he's in Alabama. He calls it Randy's Full Gold Chili. So we're going to try this recipe. Start off, I need to brown the meat. Go figure. So let's do that. All right, let's get some fire going here. Oh, can you still see me? Yeah, you got me. All right. I've just got some regular old Crisco shortening right here. We're going to put about a tablespoon in there. Let that warm up. Then we're going to throw our beef in there once it gets melted. All right, my shortening is melted. Let's put our, if I can put it all in there at once, let's see. In fact, I'm not going to put it all in at once. I'll put about half of it. Kind of let that brown, and then we'll do the second batch of that. And this Terlingua chili cook-off, it's a really big event. I mean, hundreds and hundreds of teams and competitors come in to the chili cook-off, and I think it's the first Saturday in October, I believe. Could be wrong about that, but I'll put the link for the information and where you can find this recipe along with plenty of other recipes. I'll put it under the comments or the description of my video. So just look beneath the video, you should see it. All right, we'll brown this off and then we'll pull it out, do the other batch. All right, this first batch of meat is it's what they call gray. It's not fully cooked. So I'm gonna pull it out. And then we're gonna do the other batch. I'll tell you what, that fresh ground beef, that chili ground on it looks great. It's gonna be smelling good here shortly too. All right, let's do the other meat. Raise the heat back up. There we go, we'll brown this. All right, this second batch is browned up now. Got plenty of juice in there. I'm gonna go strain this off and then we'll throw it back in there and put some more stuff in there. Be right back. All right, here we go. Back in with the meat. Drained. Now it calls for some beef broth. 1 can. tomato sauce. 1 can. Calls for 1 chicken bouillon, 1 beef bouillon. And then we bring this up to a boil. All right, I'm back. I noticed there's not a lot of liquid in here because I put like 4 pounds of meat in here. So that's double the recipe of meat. It called for 2 pounds. So I'm just gonna add another beef broth can and another can of tomato sauce. And another beef and another chicken bouillon. And then we're going to bring this up to a boil. There's a chicken bouillon. Get on out of here, come on. Don't need no paper in my chili. And there's the other beef. All right, so we're good. I'm bring this up to a boil and then we'll throw some more stuff in. Looks like my chili is back up to a boil now. After adding the tomato sauce and beef broth and beef bouillon cubes and whatnot. And this recipe calls for 2 different dumps. There's the main dump where you throw in all the chilies and stuff and you know, a good amount of them, and then you let it simmer for about an hour. And then you come back after that with a second dump of some slightly altered spices and lesser amounts of them. And then it looks like you let that cook for about another half hour after the second dump. And then do your taste test and, you know, see what you need, if it needs anything else. And again, I'm tweaking this recipe just a little bit because I am doubling everything. I've got 4 pounds of that fine meat that I hand ground. Well, electric hand ground. Anyway, let me show you what we got for the spices here. All right, we've got onion powder, garlic powder. This is a light chili. This is a regular darker chili. We've got pepper. And this is something I've never tried. It's made by Goya, G-O-Y-A, and it's called Sazon. Let me show you what that looks like. I'm using this right here. And it comes in little packets, kind of like you'd find a packet of yeast. Like that, see? There you go. That's what it looks like. So that's 1 packet of the Sazon stuff. Anyway, dump all of this in here. Let it get happy. And then once all of these ingredients are well blended, then the recipe calls for a Serrano and a jalapeno pepper to be floated in the sauce while it cooks. And I do have, it calls for 1 each, but I'm gonna put two each in there. In fact, I need to get some more out of the fridge, but there's a Serrano and a jalapeno. All right, let me get a couple more. All right, 1 more jalapeno, 1 more Serrano. Stir that about. And now we're going to reduce this to simmer. In fact, I want a slow simmer, so I'm gonna stick it on this back burner, which is a lower flame, and then let it simmer on low. Let me see, does it say to, no, it doesn't say anything about covering it. I'm gonna cover it anyway. So anyway, there it is back there. And we'll let it go and we'll check it after an hour. All right, we're at about 30 minutes into it. And I must say, this really smells great. I'm liking the looks of this. Now, I'm not gonna taste it till it's been in there for about an hour or so, but boy, I'll tell you, that's some good smelling stuff right there. Here, Can y'all smell that? Goodness gracious. All right, another half fire. We'll check it. All right, my chili's been going for an hour and it's looking mighty fine. Well, I'll tell you what, this smells great. All right, let's see what else we got. It's time for the second dump now. So let me show you what we got here. What we got: whole Mexican oregano. There you go. Whole Mexican oregano. We got chili powder. I'm sorry, not chili powder. Onion powder. Garlic powder. The fancy light chili powder. Regular chili powder. Black pepper. Cayenne pepper. And that's another packet of that Sazon Goya. That's what they call it. So we're going to dump all of that in here. There we go. And again, this is the second dump. Gonna blend all this together, stir it around a little bit. Goodness gracious, this sure does smell good. All right, we're gonna let this go for another half hour once we get it all blended in here. It's starting to thicken up a little bit. And I've been cooking it with the lid on it for the last hour. Well, I can't wait to taste this. All right, so let's let it go another half hour. And then we'll check it out. See if it needs anything. And I still got the peppers floating in there too. All 4 of them. All right, let's check this chili. I'll tell you what, it's definitely thickened up a little bit. And it really smells good. Smells great. That's some fine looking chili. All right, it's time for the third dump, and this will be the last one. This is what they call the dump right before they turn it in. It's once you put these next ingredients in, you let it simmer for about 10-15 minutes or so, and it's ready for turn in. So we'll see. Let's see. We've got some more of that Sazon Goya. There you go. Got some Sazon Goya. Sorry about that. Here. Ground cumin. Or cumin. Well, I'm going to make some cornbread. That's my oven going off over there. It's up to 400 degrees. Cayenne pepper. All right, so cayenne, Goya, what is it called? Sazon Goya. Cumin. Throw this in. Give it another stir. Mix all that in there. And at this point, we can take the peppers out. And it says to squeeze the juice out of the peppers. And then discard the peppers themselves. I think I'm just going to take the peppers out. I think it's plenty hot enough. And really thick too. I may have to add a little bit more water to this. We shall see. All right, let me take these peppers out of here. A 1, 2. There we go. 3. Where's the other one? There it is. Come on out of there. There you go. 2 Serranos, 2 jalapenos. We're good. All right. Let this cook for a little bit. We'll check it again. All right. We're going to make us a little cornbread. I'll need to get me a heaping teaspoon. Lard. Stick this bad boy in the oven here. I got my oven set to 400 degrees. All right, while that's going, let's start throwing some dry ingredients together. Got about a cup and a half of cornmeal, just regular old cornmeal here. All right, cup and a half. We're gonna do about a half cup of flour, and this is just regular regular plain flour. Half cup. There you go. Need about a tablespoon of baking powder. Give me a little tablespoon over here. There we go. I got one. All right. About a quarter cup of sugar. I don't like a lot of sugar. I don't like it real sweet. So I'm gonna use 1/8. Maybe a little less. So that's not quite 1/8 of a cup. Sugar. All right. Set that back over here. Need a little bit of salt. There you go, and that's probably about I don't know, half a teaspoon or so. All right, now we got to throw all this together here. Let's do us some of the wet ingredients. Let me get a bowl here. All right. 2 eggs. Okay. Got 2 eggs. We're gonna need us about a cup, maybe a little bit more than a cup of milk. And about a cup and a quarter. There you go. All right, so we got us some milk going in there. There's a little bit of oil. About a half cup or so. I ain't doing quite half a cup. All right, now let's whip all this together. You just want to bust those yolks up pretty good. This ain't like rocket science or anything. All right, I think I got everything in there. Got cornmeal, flour, baking powder, salt, sugar, milk, a little vegetable oil, 2 large eggs. Yeah, I think we're good. All right, now what we're gonna do, we're gonna mix the wet with the dry. Let me pull this over here close to you so you can see what's going on. There we go. Just incorporate all the dry ingredients with the wet ingredients. You don't want to overbeat this or over incorporate it. Just make sure all the dry chunks are moistened. That's about all you need to worry about. So scrape the edges here. I'm still finding a few little extra dry chunks there. Yeah, there we go. All right, so I think we're good to go. You can taste this if you want. I think that's gonna be a good batch. All right, let me pull my skillet out of here. And what you wanna do is roll this around here. Make sure you coat all the edges of this iron skillet with this oil. Pour a little bit of the oil in here. Get a little bit going on there. Give it a little quick stir. Move this stuff out of the way so you can see what's going on here, because I know it's in the back here. And pour this cornbread mixture in here. I can hear it sizzling. It's good stuff. Right. Stick this back in the oven. Shouldn't take too long. Maybe 20-25 minutes or so at 400. I'm gonna be ready to go. Just like that. Well, my cornbread is ready. So let's take it out. There you go. Nice cornbread. Now what you need to do, go around the edge, make sure it ain't stuck nowhere. And this pulled away really nice. That don't mean it ain't stuck on the bottom. And I don't really know that it is. It looks pretty good. See how it's doing that right there? That's why you have that oil in there. All right. Show you a little trick. All right, so what you do, you flip this over like that. There you go. Well, just have one little piece. Stubborn little piece right there. Anyway, do that right there. Now, got you some cornbread right there, see? And it's all right side up and everything. Good looking stuff, isn't it? Wait till I butter it. Yum. All right, this chili is done. And I must say, that's perhaps the best chili. In fact, I think it is the best chili that I've ever tasted. That's some good stuff right there. Let's see if I can show you this here. Watch. I'll post a link to that website all these recipes. That ground meat I did, and then the chili stuff, that's a great recipe. I can see why it won. You gotta try it. Try all the recipes on there. You know, well, not all of them, I guess, but the key is finding the stuff that's listed in the recipe, and I actually didn't. I didn't find all the stuff. It called for certain brands of chili powder and stuff, and I don't have that kind of stuff here. But I'll tell you what, I like beans in my chili. Some people don't, and this doesn't have beans in it right now. But I'm gonna put some beans in it. I got just the thing. Give me a second, hang on. Put me some red kidney beans in there. Look at that. See it? Red kidney beans. Allen's. That's what I'm saying. I didn't get this sent to me in the prize pack, but I'm going to use their brand because that's some good stuff right there. And I drained them. But I'll tell you what. Look, see? Telling you, man, fresh out of the garden. That's some good eating right there. Anyway, let's do this. Mix all this stuff up here. That's gonna be a fine meal right there. All right, let me show you the cornbread over here. All right, let's check out this cornbread right here. Give me a nice fine slice here. Looky there, looky there. Ain't that some fine looking cornbread? Check out that crust on the bottom there. Good stuff. All right, I'm left-handed, so I forget I need to do stuff opposite sometimes. Cut a little slice in there. Give me a little bit of butter right here. Come on now, get back up in there. Spread the love. There we go. Yes, indeed. Ain't nothing better than a little bit of cornbread with some chili. All right, so let me fix me a little bit of chili in the bowl. I think we're about done. This is some good stuff right here. All right, let's scoop us up a little bit of this chili. I'll tell you what, man, just sampling it, this is some great stuff right here. And this is an old recipe. What did I say, 2001 or something like that? Goodness gracious. All right. There you go. Good stuff. Take a bite for you here. There we go. All right, chili. With the beans in it. Excellent, man, I'm telling you. That's some fine stuff right here. Let me get some close-up shots for you. Cornbread. Dipped in the chili. See? Look at that. I'm in heaven. We got a little cool snap here in Austin. It is about 85 today. Football weather. You're gonna try some chili. Make it homemade. Don't buy that crap from the store, the pre-made packs and stuff. This is my first batch, and I'm telling you, you do it homemade, excellent. If you got a meat grinder, even more excellent. Excellent chili. Excellent chili. Y'all need to try some of that stuff. Check those recipes out. I'll put a link under my video here in the description there. But try some of those recipes. This is an older one, but it's excellent, man. Excellent. Allen's beans in the chili. My homemade, just home ground beef. All the seasonings. Excellent. Excellent. Cornbread. Excellent. Everything's excellent. Allen's beans in it. It's crazy. It's crazy good. Y'all should try it. I'm serious. This is a keeper. All right. We'll catch y'all next time. Till then, cheers.